Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to another Top 10 Tuesday episode. This is episode 45, and of course this week we are talking about Top 10 Mario Bava films. Now if you're a frequent viewer of my channel, you probably know that I'm a really huge Mario Bava fan. He's one of my favorite directors. I not only love Italian cinema, but, Mario Bava just, he really is a high priority for me when it comes to Italian films. He's just done so much good work in his career. It was actually really kind of hard making the top 10 list. I left off a few films that I really do enjoy, so if those films are not on a list, like I always say, make your own. No, these are just my top 10 favorite Mario Bava films. I mean, this is a list that could possibly change at any moment, really. I mean, there's actually one film that I don't actually own, is Whipping the Body, which I'm ashamed to say. It's a great film, but I don't own it, so you will not see the film on this list. But without further ado, Mario Bava, classic director, and let's get right into the top 10. In at number 10 is a sci-fi film, actually, directed by Mario Bava. Mario Bava, kind of dipped into a couple different subgenres, and this is one right here, from about the mid-60s. Just a really, really stylish and entertaining sci-fi film. Really good set pieces, but one thing about Mario Bava that, really stands out in all his work is his ability to direct films properly. This is just a really stylish and well-directed sci-fi film, that's really fun to watch. It's just a fantastic film. It's low budget, and that's the other really cool thing about Mario Bava, is that he always kind of utilizes his small budgets and makes them work, And this is a great example of a film that just came out properly. Really fun sci-fi. If you like your sci-fi type films, definitely give this one a shot. Planet of the Vampires, very, very, very underrated in my opinion. Doesn't really get mentioned a whole lot, but maybe a little more now that Scorpion released it. So, in at number 10. In at number 9 is Baron Blood. Now, this is a Mario Bava film that, tends to get a little bit of hate. I'm not entirely sure why. It's a really fun film. Unlike its predecessor in, Black Sunday. This one came out, I believe, about 10 or 12 years later. This one is kind of similar. It's very kind of gothic-y, but it's got a similar plot, but quite opposite, if I could just say, with the witch. It's just the complete opposite of Black Sunday, so... but Baron Blood, I don't know. This is one film by Mario Bava that I always find that gets kind of hated on, or maybe just kind of overlooked. I don't know what it is about this movie, but I think it's super fun. It's got a really interesting plot to it, too. And again, very stylish, good set pieces and stuff. And, it's not like the most gory thing in the world. Surprisingly, I think this is the film that he did right after Bay of Blood, so, with that said, it's kind of surprising it's not overly gory. It does have its moments, but really, really great film, Baron Blood. I recommend checking it out. And at number 9, in at number 8 is Black Sabbath, and you're probably going, damn, that's really high up on the list. It's just really hard to make this list because I love Mario Bava films, so Black Sabbath in at number 8. Of course, this is the movie that influenced the band Black Sabbath, Ozzy to name Black Sabbath the band name. Yeah, great anthology film. I've always enjoyed this film. I mean, everyone, has seen this film and probably enjoys it for the most part. But yeah, it's just Mario Bava, Boris Karloff. How could you go wrong with that combination right there? I mean, really. And I just absolutely love this poster art. It's just fantastic. Yeah, I've talked about Black Sabbath many times, many videos, but great anthology flick, just very entertaining stuff. In at number 8. In at number 7 is The Girl Who Knew Too Much. Quite obviously a nod to Hitchcock. I mean, you can't help think that right off the bat when you read this title. This is pretty much the giallo film that started the giallo subgenre. Shot obviously in black and white. I believe this came out in like 60... Shit, man, I can't even remember. 62 or something, 63. It's a really early giallo. I'm pretty sure it's considered to be the first one. But very, very stylish. It's very kind of plot heavy. but very stylish, very well directed and entertaining. It's just, you can see why, the giallo subgenre became super popular after films like this. This is the film that influenced so many directors to do what they did later on for the next, kind of 20 years. But yeah, the girl who knew too much. Definitely give this one a shot. It's kind of underrated in my opinion. Doesn't really get mentioned a whole lot in it. Number 7. Number 6 is a film I really need to pick up the Kino release because Arrow has not released it or announced it. And that's $5 for An August Moon. This is a really interesting giallo film. That's kind of different for Mario Bava, to be honest. Again, very well directed, very, interesting kind of plot to it. But the weird thing about this movie is that it's kind of got like some black humor. At times is like honestly kind of weird. Not a lot of Mario Bava films have a lot of humor in them. Most of them are taken quite serious. Given the subgenre that he's doing with giallos and stuff, it's generally not funny stuff. But this one right here is kind of like black humor giallo. It's fucking strange, man. It's such a weird film. I remember the first time I watched this movie, I didn't really care for it a whole lot. I think I kind of watched it with being under the impression it was going to be a little more serious. But I grew to love this one, though. It just, once I figured out what the hell it was, it kind of really grew on me. But yeah, this is from the Mario Bava Anchor Bay box sets. Like I said, I really need to pick up that Kino Blu-ray because this just looks funny when you show this, but kind of outdated, I guess. But yeah, I highly recommend $5 for An August Moon. It's a weird Bava film, and yeah, it's good. It's good. So that was number 6. Number 5. No, what am I at here? No, that was number 6. Yeah, number 5. Lisa and the Devil. A really interesting flick. Now, I have to say, definitely stay away from House of Exorcism. Lisa and the Devil's such a better made film, and it's the way Bava intended to have it. House of Exorcism is like the recut, kind of edited. It tells you on the back here and stuff. But, there's just so much stuff put into that film that doesn't need to be there. If you want to watch this version, watch Lisa and the Devil. It's the one that you need to be seeing. Again, just amazingly, pretty well acted. The direction is just awesome. Great set pieces. But this is a kind of like a, I think it says right on the back here, nightmarish surrealism and supernatural suspense. Yeah, this is a really interesting flick, man. Yeah, and it even tells you on the back here something to do with how the recut was just kind of working off of The Exorcist and stuff like that. It's kind of a shame, but Lisa and the Devil, very interesting flick, very, very different for Bava. A little bit, in my opinion. The first time I watched this movie, I actually had to rewatch it because I was just like, I think I kind of got lost in this one the first time I watched it, which was years ago. But yeah, really, really great flick. Lisa and the Devil, number 5. Number 4 is Kill Baby Kill. Fucking love this movie, man. This is a great one. This needs a Blu-ray release. Yeah, very gothic feel to it. Just really, really fantastic stuff. Yeah, his final gothic masterpiece. Yeah, this is one of his last ones that he had done. Yeah, this one right here, really interesting. It's basically a goth ghost story is what it is. So you pretty much know what you're going to get with that. Again, great set pieces in this one. Fantastic atmosphere, like pretty much all the Bava films. He's just a master of, kind of atmosphere and suspense and capturing that in every scene. Really great stuff. But Kill Baby Kill is another film that just, I don't know, man. I don't hear it get mentioned a lot with, the more popular Mario Bava films, but awesome flick, man. Really, really great stuff right there. Number 4. And then number 3 is Blood and Black Lace. Everybody knows about this one. This is pretty much, you can see the influence in Argento, Argento, Suspiria, and Inferno, and films like that. Is very, very heavily influenced from Blood and Black Lace. I mean, this movie right here has, red in every single scene in the film, but it's just so fucking stylish and well directed, and just, the story is so intriguing and entertaining that, you just can't help but, it's like a visual orgasm when you watch this type of film. It's just fantastic. It's so intriguing. It just, when you watch it, you see the time that was put into this, and the effort, just to manage to put those colors and everything into these films. It's fucking phenomenal to me. Love Blood and Black Lace. I can watch this film over and over again. It's just it's an eyegasm right there. I think I just made that word up. I don't know. I'm really fucking tired right now. 12-hour day at work. Number 2, Bay of Blood, also known as Bloodbath and also known as Twitch of the Death Nerve. Everybody knows about this one. This is pretty much the film that has been ripped off. Man, all the kills in this film have been ripped off, courtesy, Friday the 13th, part 2 and stuff like that. But no, this movie was really, really gory. One of the more gory Mario Bava films that he ever did. It's pretty much, it's a giallo, but it really does play out like a fucking slasher film. I'm sure everyone watching this video has probably seen this film, but really awesome. Great cinematography in this film, great direction, great atmosphere, great kills. This one just has it all. It's just such a fucking blast. I can watch this one all the time. In at number 2. In at number 1 is probably no surprise to anybody, and that is, of course, Black Sunday, the Barbara Steele, Mario Bava classic. This is, the reason why this film is my favorite one is because it's actually the very first Mario Bava film I ever saw. And I watched this film over and over again. There was something odd about the film. I'd never seen a movie like this before, back in the day, and I just kept watching it. And it's probably the gothic atmosphere and the really cool kind of, the atmosphere to it. It's just something that I just was so drawn to. And I've watched this shit over and over again. I think everybody that, that's into Italian films and stuff need to see, well, every one of these films that I've mentioned today, but Black Sunday for sure. It's a masterpiece in my eyes. But, Black Sunday, just fucking phenomenal film. So yeah, in at number 1, to recap, Planet of the Vampires. Number 10, Baron Blood. Number 9. Number 8, Black Sabbath. Number 7, The Girl Who Knew Too Much. $5 for an August Moon. Number 6. Number 5, Lisa and the Devil. Kill Baby Kill. Number 4, Blood and Black Lace. Number 3, Bay of Blood. Number 2, and of course, Black Sunday in at number 1. What can I say about Mario Bava, man? There's so many good fucking films out there. Like I said, Whip in the Body, which I don't own. I think it might even be the only film I don't own. I even enjoy Shock. I know Shock was his last film that was actually finished, I believe, by his son, Lamberto Bava. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got really sick and Lamberto actually directed most of the film. But Hatchet for a Honeymoon is another film that I never made this list, but I really enjoy that one. I know it's not his best work, but it's an entertaining film that, I can watch. Rabid Dogs is another good one, also known as Kidnapped. Really good stuff right there too. And Danger Diabolique is another really good one. He's just got endless fucking movies that are awesome. So one of the best directors in my opinion. And just one of my personal favorites. I could watch his films over and over again. But anyways, guys, I'm blabbling on. I'm sure no one's watching the video now. But anyways, like I always say, make sure to check out everyone else's videos I do this series with. There's getting lots of newcomers and stuff. So big ups to you guys. I'll try to put all the links down below for, the other cats that do this series with us. But anyways, guys, until next time, I'll see you guys next week in week 46. Peace out.